As you can see, Tholian ships have continued to test the integrity of our blockade of the patch. Here, here, and here. Closer and closer to the mouth of the currents. Specifically one that leads to the center of the patch and the Trenlaw system. 26 Federation ships are constantly sweeping the currents looking for Tholians trying to break through the blockade. Some have.
Yet again, you leave my home exposed to danger. At long last, Admiral, will you do something?
As a matter of fact, Your Highness, that is the subject of this meeting. Captain, I want you to take the Excelsior to the Trenla system. We need first-hand information about Grey activity. Commander Neros and Princess Ileana will serve as your guides.
Do we know what's in the center of the patch?
No one goes there on purpose. It's one of the places where we know the Grey are certain to be.
Such caution is normally advisable. However, in this case, the Grey predictability will serve our purposes. Captain, we'll need to take a little side trip when we reach Trenlaw.
Very well then. Make the necessary arrangements. We're adjourned.
I couldn't help but notice a little tension between you and the princess.
A little?
Okay. A lot. I didn't realize there was a history between the two of you.
Like I told you, when I was much younger, I did some things that I'm not particularly proud of today. I spent some time in the Trenlaw system. The royal family scientists theorized about the currents, but couldn't find them. I bragged about how I could navigate through them. By this time, Trenlaw and the Grey were at open war. They were desperate to find anything that would give them some advantage over their enemy.
And you refused to help them.
I had to. At their stage of development, I felt that such knowledge would do them more harm than the Grey could.
I guess I understand. But didn't making a decision like that make you feel that you had more power than you should?
Like I said, I'm not proud of my conduct back then. But at the time, it was the right decision.
You are like no Elorian I've ever met.
Bridge to Captain Shelby.
Shelby here.
Captain, you have an urgent message.
Read it to my quarters, Lieutenant. I'll take it there.
Aye, sir.
I apologize. I'm just running behind today.
We've all had days like that. Computer, activate exercise program Leffler Beta 2.
Program complete.
Run program. So have you heard from Mac lately?
No. The Excalibur is on extended classified duty. There's been no word.
Well, I made first contact with the chief engineer on the Valley Forge. He's pretty cute. I learned my lesson after Luca, Wesley, and Toby. I am bound and determined to turn my luck with men around.
That's good.
Elizabeth, what is the matter with you?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to bother you with my problems.
Elizabeth, I'm your friend. I've known you for a long time. We're supposed to lean on each other.
Yes, of course, but
You seem like you need someone to talk to. Now, it's either going to be me or I'm going to have to report you to Elbury for a mental physical.
it's my mom, Robin. She's dead. It was unexpected and sudden back on Mars.
Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. You know, you don't have to be the perfectly strong starship captain 24 hours a day.
That happens every day. It's a part of my job. I'm supposed to be strong.
Elizabeth, you are the strongest person I know. This is your mother. You need to go home. Right away.
I can't. We're on the verge of all-out war.
It's family. You make the time, and I'll go with you.
I could not ask for a more loyal friend than you, Robin. But this is something I have to do on my own, okay?
Do I need to remind you of General Order 15? No flag or command officer shall beam into a hazardous area without an armed escort?
I'm just going to Mars.
Hey, if your family is anything like mine.
Acting Captain's Log, Stardate 58523.1. I've taken command of the mission to the Trenlos system while Captain Shelby is on personal leave. It's been some time since I visited this part of the patch, and I'm anxious to see it again.
Data from the latest Federation reconnaissance indicate no gray activity in the Trenlos system. Also, there seems to be no trace of Tholian activities there since the blockade went up.
Just because you can't see the gray doesn't mean they're not there. They may simply be lying in wait to ambush anyone entering the region.
Your cautions may be warranted, Your Highness. Lieutenant, as soon as we enter the system, I want a full sweep for gray and tetrahedron signals.
Our first priority should be to locate any Trenlos survivors.
Princess, do you really think that anyone could have survived this long?
Commander, I don't believe you want to know what I really think. There might have been survivors if they had had the chance to...
We're done here, people. You're dismissed. Your Highness, could I see you in the captain's ready room?
How dare you be so callous about my people's deaths in the face of your private agenda here?
Eliana.
All you care about are your damn tetrahedrons, yet another technology you're willing to exploit no matter what harm befalls anyone else.
Princess, your people are the ones who try to exploit alien technology for their own ends. Or else, how did you suddenly gain control over the full drive? You stole it.
By what right do you judge us?
You weren't content to simply drive them away. You had to seek retribution. And you thought the Currens would allow you to have it.
You kept us from it. You dangled your knowledge of the currents in front of us like candy before a child.
A child? Your people behaved like children.
We could have used the currents to rid ourselves of the gray forever. The whole patch would have been safe. But no, Tolian Naros was the deity in residence, and he judged otherwise. He came and went, let others come and trade with Trenlaw, but left us trapped in our little corner of the patch, with the specter of the gray always looming.
I connected your people with the rest of the universe. And how did you repay me? By making a deal with Surak to use my currents to steal the full drive.
Your currents? Who do you think you are?
Your greed caused your own demise. The Grey don't take kindly to people trying to steal their technology. They came after it, and Trendlaw paid the price.
Price. A dear price. My husband, my son, my whole world, all gone because you think you're smarter than the rest of us, Tolian. Who gave you the right to play God?
You don't understand it, do you? You were winning the battle with the Grey. They would have stayed away. But you had to enlist Surak and the full drive technology to try to destroy them.
I help you now because it's in our best interest. Otherwise, you'd be lucky to be alive, Tolian.
When I was a kid in New Sidonia, we used to climb all over the ruins. We'd race each other to the top. Life seemed so simple then.
What kinds of things did your family do together?
Well, I never spent much time at home. My father was a Starfleet admiral, always off saving the universe. Apart from my mother, I don't have much family. I kept busy exploring and with school. I'd always been interested in starships, how they work. I thought that I wanted to be a pilot, but I got into the academy through the engineering corps. Tactical strategy was always my specialty. Sometimes I regret not pursuing the pilot training program. I know it's not like me to give up, but I'm not very patient.
The Turkid Expanse, a vast open sector in the patch free of Metreon gas, home to Trendlaw and her colonies.
Commander, we should enter the Trendlaw system in 3 minutes.
Lieutenant,
No ships of any kind on sensors, Commander. No signals. No nothing. Sir, I'm detecting nothing but ruins across the planet's surface. Probably from the Grey's orbital bombardment. High concentration of radiation around all the major population centers.
Just around the cities? What about the countryside?
Radiation levels are lower there, but the entire planet is uninhabitable.
I thought there might be something left. The Grey must pay for this. If we took a fleet into the center of the patch, we could destroy the Grey in one fell swoop. Commander.
Lieutenant, I want weapon signatures, highest priority.
Aye, sir. I'm on it.
We are going to take a look at the center of the patch, but Princess, you're staying put.
What?
Narrows to Artem. Prepare a runabout for immediate departure.
Acknowledged.
Lieutenant, you're in command.
Aye, sir.
Counselor, you're with me. Artem, I've entered the coordinates to the nearest current. Prepare to emit a tachyon pulse there on my mark.
What's our mission, and why couldn't we take the Excelsior?
Our reconnaissance requires a lower profile than the Excelsior would provide.
Not to mention putting fewer lives at risk.
Yeah, just ours. What are we hoping to find, Commander? More tetrahedrons? Or tetrahedron keys?
Other than the Grey themselves, I'm not certain. Their homeworld, maybe.
After his possession by the Grey, Commodore Knapp had cryptic dreams about a Dyson sphere.
That would explain a lot of things.
Commander, you and Captain Shelby have clearance to land at the following coordinates. Welcome home, Captain. Lots of folks are happy to see you're back.
Acknowledged. Thank you, Traffic Control.
I don't want to land the runabout in public, Robin. The last thing that I want is a hometown girl makes good reception.
Okay. I can find an isolated area not far from where your mother is buried. I haven't been to Mars since I was a little girl. I forgot how stark this part of the planet is.
Well, the terraformers had the good sense to preserve the simple beauty of the geology of this region. My mom believed in that kind of beauty, you know. She tried to impart that on her students. Did you know that she taught at the academy for a while?
Your dad was the one most people talked about.
Yeah. He was the ambitious one. You know, my mom only taught at the academy for a short time. She said that a good teacher goes where she can do the most good. So, she moved us here so she could teach kids. I was furious at first. I hated her old-fashioned notions. You know, she insisted on being buried in a coffin. But her students loved her. They told her so all the time. Robin, I never told her. Her own daughter. I never told her that I loved her.
Your mom knew. Your mom knew, Elizabeth.
Life is too short, Robin. It's too short to hold everything inside like I have. You know, I should have been more part of her life. I hated my father for moving around so much. When he died, I never even felt anything. And I've ended up just like him. Ambitious and alone.
There it is, Epi.
The message said that one of her students wrote the epitaph. Paula Mary Shelby. She lived only to serve others. May those she touched repay her by living well, justly, and in good company.
It looks like Commodore Knapp was right. We found the Gray's home.
Get us in closer, Artem. We need as much data from sensors as we can get.
Should I scan for anything specific, sir?
High energy readings, and any variances in those readings. We don't have much time, Ensign, so your alacrity would be appreciated.
Sir, the sphere's surface, it's all tetrahedrons, interlaced together. Readings are similar to the other known tetrahedrons.
Fascinating.
Bad news, Commander. I'm detecting gray ships emerging from a point on the far side of the sphere.
Time to intercept, Counselor?
The computer estimates 12 minutes.
Sir, at this range, I only have limited scanning capability inside the sphere.
I'm taking these in closer. Recalibrate your sensors, Artem.
Aren't we moving in the wrong direction?
Right now, our question-to-answer ratio is far too low. We need more information if we're going to figure out what the Grey are doing inside that sphere and why the Tholians want it so badly.
4 minutes to intercept, Commander.
Noted. What do you have for me, Ensign?
As we expected, there's definitely a star inside. From these readings, it appears that it's a Class F star. But sir,
Yes, Artem?
it's dying.
Takes a star a long time to die, Artem. What are we talking about here?
According to my analysis, it should already have deteriorated past the point of being able to sustain a habitable zone circumscribed by the Dyson sphere.
So, it's already dead?
Not exactly. I'm reading an energy output at variance with the star's spectral profile.
How can that be?
It's on life support. Don't you see? They're feeding energy directly into the star to keep it burning.
How?
Tetrahedrons can overload a planet's core, or suck it lifeless. Tetrahedrons are keeping the star alive by feeding it raw energy.
We got company, sir. A gray battleship and squadron of attack wings. They're approaching in formation.
Artem, evasive pattern Shelby Omicron. I'm plotting a course back to the currents. Counselor, I've pre-programmed a tachyon pulse. I want you to activate it on my mark.
Report. Shields down to 52%. They're targeting our engines.
We're still too far from the current. Artem, point us toward that asteroid field. 103 Mark 254.
They followed us into the asteroid field. They seem to be just as maneuverable as we are.
True, but they're too busy maneuvering to get a weapons lock on us. Artem, how long before we reach the edge of the field?
45 seconds.
Keep us on course. We should emerge close enough to the currents.
Shields down to 12%.
Elbry, mark.
Your instincts were right on, Commander. The weapon signatures on Trin La were definitely Tholian.
Tholians?
It appears the Tholians successfully drove the Grey out of the system. Then they laid waste to it.
Sirrock's been busier than we thought.
Why would the Tholians take the system and then abandon their foothold?
They don't need this system. They only needed to drive the Grey back to the sphere. The sphere, or what's in it, is what they're after. They're biding their time to build their forces to attack it.
Inside is a dying star the Grey are trying to keep alive. But why? They're a Type 3 civilization. They should be able to survive the loss of their home star system. If they stay, their Dyson sphere just becomes a giant coffin.
Maybe the survival of their civilization is less important to them than the survival of their star. They're trying to protect their star from the Tholians.
What do the Tholians want with the star?
They want it dead. Now we need to find out why.